Howdy all and welcome to Lex Lives. I think it's time we play a little 7 Days to Die. Ooh, alright, so gonna go head to that last little thing I want to search down here. Did I even search this store over here? I don't remember going in the Crack-A-Books. Maybe I'm gonna go search the Crack-A-Books. Did I go in the gun store? You know, I don't remember going to the gun store either. I did make a repair kit for my sniper rifle, though, since it was looking a little low. Nope, I haven't been in here. Well then, I guess we'll start here. So I just finished watching 2 seconds ago what has it been, 2 weeks ago episode of The Walking Dead. I thought that was supposed to be the season finale, but I was wrong. So there is a season finale yet to come for me. It's already happened, but I gotta say, this one was about Carol and Morgan, and I really don't like Morgan. He was alright before, but how many times is he gonna get people dead before he gets what's coming to him? I mean, repeatedly, hypocritically condemning other people for things that he's done and things that he will do, as evidenced in this episode, if he feels like it, and then tries to claim some moral high horse about, oh, it's not the way. And you know what? He might possibly have motivated Carol a little bit in this episode, but let's face it, she was on the move and killing things again on her own, which is all I really wanted. And so I don't think he, has contributed that much. I'm sure he'll play some big role saving everybody. Him and Carol now, which Carol has done by herself in the past. I just, like it was. All right, so I mean, let's talk about what went down. So they've got Carol on the move again, which she hasn't been since last season or last half season or whenever that happened, and so she heads out, visits the kingdom for a bit. There's this kid Benjamin who's being trained by Morgan in the ways of try not to do anything because you might have to take responsibility for your actions. And I mean, it's all well and good if you oh hey, thanks for pointing that out to me. Now die and give me food. It's all well and good if you want to practice some kind of no violence thing. But Morgan took it a step beyond that in basically condemning other people for not following his non-violence thing. And messed Carol pretty badly up with it. And I feel he directly contributed to her breakdown she had. Come on, I'm trying to loot this place. I don't... Time to deal with all you crazies out here, alright? and nearly got her killed. Oh, jeez, I thought that was in the game. The motorcycle just went by. uh, you know, it was very loud, but it was not a Harley kind of motorcycle, but kind of motorcycle. And I thought that noise was coming from in game, and I didn't know it was coming for me. I tensed up. But yeah, he was like fine when he traveled with Rick, and then he went crazy, and then that psychiatrist guy messed him up. I mean, I guess he was crazy. So the psychiatrist guy started to unravel him, and then the guy died, and now he's all like, "No, no, non-violence is the way. Can't even kill zombies half the time." And there was nothing in that basement. I am so disappointed. But then, Carol has her breakdown and has to basically go into hiding. Almost died because Morgan kept talking to her about how horrible it was that she was doing violence. And basically, I mean, she was a bit beyond where she probably should have been. Probably a little too violent. She'd kill people who were sick. Didn't even give them a chance to get better. And so she did need some tone back. But, like, she went from... Hey, man. Sorry, I'm concentrating on trying to kill this glitched out zombie. Challenge completed. That can't have been all of them. That was all of them. I just killed all the male zombies. Okay, I want to go back out this gap here. Thanks. Oh, maybe I've already been down in here. Oh man, I've already been down in here. I was thinking I hadn't been down in here yet. Well then. I guess that's it for this town. Basically need to swing back by and get the stuff out of my forge, because I want that steel. And I'll be ready to go. I could do a little hunting, I guess. Let's do a little hunting, see if I can't find some deer. Get some meat so I can fill up here before I head off. I'll take nests with eggs in them too. Missed. How did I hit him in the leg? That's impressive. Yeah, so they've got this kid Benjamin who's been training with Morgan, and then there's I don't remember what the guy's name is. I'm sure they mentioned it in the episode, but there's the head of the guards for the kingdom, and he feels that they made a bad deal with the Saviors, and that the Saviors are eventually going to turn on him, which they will. And uh, and they did in this episode. And so so he comes up with this plan, and I I had to laugh because they load up two vehicles with people to carry 12 melons out to meet with these guys. And it's not like it's a show of force, because the other guys already know they're not going to use force. And, I mean, isn't that the whole point, is that the kingdom won't fight back? And, so they get there, and there's only 11 melons, which of course irritates the kingdom guys. And, oh sweet, it's all ready to go. And, so I'm just like, okay. And then I'm like, alright, finally. And the guy's like, well, we're gonna have to take your guns. And, so of course all the kingdom guys are like, pull their guns. And, like, they're gonna fight back. Like, anybody believes that. And, and so, the king is like, oh yeah, they hit the guy for calling him King Ezekiel and for yelling at him for interrupting King Ezekiel. It's just... Oh, they're so irritating. It's kind of like my favorite anime has this character in it who... it's kind of like my favorite anime, but missing the important part. And they got a kingdom in this anime, and they believe in non-violence. And even though the king has been assassinated, and and basically the entire royal family, except for one member, has been wiped out. That last royal member is like, no, I'm sticking to the non-violence ways of my father. But luckily for her, the soldier guy, who's basically the main focus of the show, decides that he'll do anything in his power to protect her. And he goes to war against everybody to protect her, so that she can sit in her little castle and continue to do her ways of non-violence. But that only works when there's someone to protect you from the people who don't believe in non-violence too. And the kingdom is practicing roll over and show 'em your belly, which isn't working. I mean, I guess it was working for them up to this point, but it isn't working for anybody else. And so I don't know. And then they killed Benjamin, because somebody's gotta be made an example of. And so they don't shoot the guy who set the whole thing up, because he wanted them to kill him to set off the war between the kingdom and the saviors. No, they shoot the kid. I mean, you knew it was coming. They made too much of a deal about this kid in this episode. You're like, oh yeah, no, he's a dead man as soon as they get out here. There's no way he wasn't gonna die. And so, well, how dare they kill non-violence non-violent Morgan's apprentice. And then he goes a little crazy and thinks about killing himself. and then thinks back on the day and realizes that the head of the guard is the one who set the whole deal up with the one missing melon that caused the kid to be killed. They found they had 11 melons instead of 12, so they shot someone over it. Is that really the people you want to make deals with? I mean, how much longer we got here? 5 minutes. Wow. Oh, I'm thirsty. And so then they go back and they tell the guy tells them they got to bring back the one melon they're missing the next day, and so they go back with the one melon. And then the guy Morgan confronted him. The guy told Morgan everything, and that he was going to lead the army of the kingdom with the help of Rick and the rest of them against the saviors, right? And well, that didn't sit well with Morgan. So they get to their little drop-off point, and they drop off their one melon, and then Morgan jumps on the head of the guards. Non-violent, don't hurt anybody. Their little quote for the movie, or the episode, was when you cause violence to an opponent, you only hurt yourself, or something like that. And so Morgan, he jumps right on him and kills him. And is like, this is just go to show you people from the Saviors that we roll over and show our bellies. And then to top it all off, they had decided not to tell Carol so that she could spend her time getting over whatever it is that happened during her breakdown. And he decided that he shouldn't have to suffer alone, so he goes and tells her all the horrible things that have happened to the people she believes are okay. Which I kind of feel like Carol might be at the point where she's recovered enough to maybe go back to pre-killing people in their in their beds because they have a cold. But hopefully, post I'm an abused housewife, somewhere in the middle there, I'd probably be okay with. Somewhere in the middle with her I kill people in their beds skills, I'd be okay with. And then she offers to go with Morgan because he says he's going to hunt them down and kill them off one by one. I'm like, really? So smart people come up with a plan, and you don't like it because it doesn't meet in with your beliefs of not protecting people by taking out the most dangerous thing. And I mean, that's fine if you disagree with it. That's fine. But Morgan went a step beyond that. Like, why did he kill that guy? Just because that other kid died? It wasn't his fault. He didn't kill the kid. He left one melon behind. How was he supposed to know that kid was going to get shot? I mean, I guess he did know somebody was going to get shot over it, because that's what the Saviors are like, but Morgan and Ezekiel refused to believe it. So really, isn't it Morgan and Ezekiel's fault that that kid died? That's dumb. I'm going to need this bench yet. But, yeah, so it was a pretty good episode. I am looking forward to the next one for sure. Which I'm kind of surprised. I expected the big fight against the Saviors to go down this season, but I guess we'll have to wait till October now to find out. Well, I've got to watch the next episode yet, but I'm sure that they don't take out the Saviors in a single season. Um, And I have no idea because my DVR cut off at the very end of the episode. So I saw Carol go in to talk to Ezekiel, but I didn't see what she said. Um, I'm just glad that she's on the move again and killing things. So, oh, you're not done yet. Shoot, I thought you were done. Oh well, this gives me a chance to go ahead and make some new tools, it looks like. I need a new... Might as well make a new pickaxe while I'm at it here, too. Since this one's already halfway out. We'll scrap both of those. And then when those get done, I will be ready to head off to the next town. Can you pick back up a forge with a... I bet you can't. Okay. Oh, look, it worked. It worked on the campfire. Holy crap, it's got a lot of hit points. And I don't have my pickaxe anymore. I'm going to see if I can pick this thing up with a wrench, because that would be awesome if I could just carry the forge with me to the next town, and then I won't have to spend the time making a new forge. That would be sweet. Even if I do have to stand here for 17 minutes with a wrench undoing this. Yeah, it's been a pretty good season so far. I don't know. I was very, very surprised when they took out Glenn. I didn't think he was going to die. I was pretty sure they were killing Abraham at the beginning of the season, or the mid-season, wherever it falls. I don't know. I get confused. I can't remember when it took place, but I know that Abraham and Glenn died to Negan. I think that was at the beginning of the season. And, so, yeah, I knew Abraham was going down. I also thought they were going to cut off Carl's arm. Because they basically have done to Carl... Oh, it worked! That's freaking awesome. Although I didn't get my anvil back out of it. Whoops. That's really awesome. Let's see, I'm going to take the metal with me. Probably leather. Gonna want the gun. Probably the battery. Parts, I'd imagine. Duct tape and glue for sure, just in case I have to make a new crossbow while I'm out here. I think the rest of that can just stay. There might actually be room in my bike for some of this. I think it's just got, whoops. I can't believe that didn't break my leg right off. It might just have, oh yeah, look at that. Would you hold that meat so things don't attack me? Oh, dang it. I hate how it does that. Shift click to move it into the inventory, and instead it moves it into the into the slot itself. Yeah, we'll be heading off next episode. I will probably continue out along this path. See what we can see. Hopefully get a chance to watch that next episode of The Walking Dead too. Into the Badlands has started, which I need to... Oh, somehow I am not dying. That's amazing. Which I thought was awesome the first season, so I'm looking forward to second season of that now that started. Still got Fear the Walking Dead and that stupid zombie Z Nation thing that I quit watching. I don't know if I'll ever make it back to Z Nation. It just got too weird for me. Like, it seemed like it could have been a good thing, but it's just a little too goofy for me. And I know people love that, but it's not my thing. Fear the Walking Dead, I liked the first season. It's not as good as The Walking Dead, but I like the first season. So I'm not sure why I haven't watched the second season. But I really just haven't been able to bring myself to sit down and watch that. Lately I've been watching a lot of Dungeons and Dragons on YouTube, so I kind of not had any free time when it comes to watching television shows, because I've just been watching that. I'm not even close to caught up on the series I'm watching either, so it's probably going to be a while before I can get back into my shows the way I need to be. Not need to be, but, you know. Well, I actually think I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here. All I've got left is to wait for that stuff to cook off. And so I can get that new pickaxe going. And then I'll be ready to get out of here, but it's going to take another couple minutes, so... yeah, I've got like 3 minutes, 10 seconds there. So, alright. Click like if you like. Subscribe, sure, and catch the next one. We'll talk to you later.